Hi, I'm Lindsay, an academic advisor here at UMD. Thanks for watching our first Schedule Builder video, which covers some basics and shows you how to browse courses by their subject names and how to put them onto your preferred list. Now let's search for courses based on their required liberal education categories. If you click over here on the left on liberal education requirements, you'll see a list of 10 different categories. The liberal education requirements are an important part of your UMD degree. Some of the courses in your major might fill one or even more of the liberal education categories, but most of these categories will be filled by courses outside of your major. This lets you explore a lot of interesting topics. Some courses even satisfy more than one of these categories at the same time. We call those double dippers. Rather than searching by subject, as we did before, let's find a course that will fulfill the oral communication and languages category. You can click on the category, and now you'll see all of the courses in that category for this upcoming semester. Here's a tip. I only want to see classes that are still open right now, not the ones that are already full. So I'm going to click on Refine Search up here in the right corner. There are a few ways to refine your search, but right now we're clicking on Open, Waitlisted, and Closed so that we can view just the open classes. Then we can go back to our search. The first ones that pop up alphabetically in this oral communications category are some Chinese language classes. As you browse through any classes, you want to look carefully at the descriptions to read about prerequisites. As you can see here, beginning Chinese has a prerequisite that says little to no prior formal study of this language is required prior to enrolling in that class. Whereas intermediate Chinese says Chinese 1102 or instructor consent is a prerequisite before you can take this class. It's important that you always look at these prerequisites. Some courses are only for students in a particular major, or for students who have completed a specific number of previous credits or previous classes. When looking at world languages that you've already started to study in high school, your advisor will look at your high school transcripts to help determine how you should be placed. Right now, I want to look at COM 1112, public speaking, as a way that I might fulfill my oral communications category. So we've got a view here of all the different open sections. There are several options that still have open seats. Remember, that's what the green check mark means. I'm going to click on Add Course and require this course, because I definitely want it to be included in my schedule if possible. Let's explore one more liberal education category. We go back to the left column to liberal education requirements, and then we'll click on the writing and information literacy category. You'll notice that there is only one course listed for this entire category. That's because every student at UMD must take this same 1000 level writing course, unless you've taken an equivalent course at another college, or tested into the course in another way. I'm not going to specify a specific section. I'm just going to choose Add Course. Now that we've chosen a couple of courses to explore in liberal education categories, we're going to look at a couple of other very specific courses. As I mentioned earlier, you might be told by your advisor that your major requires specific courses in the first semester in order to get started on the right foot or stay on track for that major. If I know specific course numbers or names already, I can type them directly into the search bar at the top. If you're new to UMD, you'll likely be told to enroll in UST 1000. This course is required of almost all first-year students at UMD. I'm typing the number UST 1000 into the search. You could also search by the course name, which is Learning in Community. I'm fine with adding any section of this course, so I'm just going to go ahead and choose Add Course at the top of the list. Now that I've indicated my interest in several courses, it's time to look at putting them together into a schedule. Over in the left column, I can review which courses I've listed in the referred required and preferred lists. From that screen, I can make any changes if I want to before I build my schedule. I don't want to make any changes at this time, so I'm going down to the bottom left to Built Schedules. Because I don't have any schedules built at this time, there's a little question mark icon, but that will change. I click on Built Schedules, and like magic, Schedule Builder creates a schedule that incorporates those classes that I requested. You can see here at the top that this is one of 15 schedules that Schedule Builder has created. You can click the forward and backward arrows to look at different configurations of your schedule with the calendar view over here on the right half of the screen. It has taken into account all of my requirements and preferences. Sometimes it's hard to see what is different between one schedule and another. Oftentimes it's just different sections of the same class, or even different instructors. If I scroll down over here beneath the schedule, I can see that there's a section here that talks about unscheduled courses or sections. These would be courses that I had added to my list, but which Schedule Builder could not work into my schedule. Sometimes that's because a course does not have an assigned time. Maybe it's online, or it's arranged individually between the student and instructor. But usually, if courses appear here, they're unscheduled because there might be a time conflict. It's important to look here and make sure that none of your required courses are unscheduled due to a time conflict. You might want to play around with adding or removing courses from your preferred and required lists, and then rebuilding your schedule again by clicking Build Schedules. But for this demonstration, I'm going to pretend that these courses above are the exact ones that I want to enroll in. Now I just need to decide which one of the 15 possible schedules do I prefer. And there's not much difference between these, but I think I'm going to prefer number 2. Once I've decided, I'm going to click on the Save Schedules button over here with the star on it. You can create and save multiple schedules if you want. They appear over on the left under Saved Schedules. Let's click there. Here we can see the schedule that we just saved. If you end up making more than one, you could give it a special name or description so that you can remember what you liked about each variation. I think you get the idea that you can play around with Schedule Builder as much as you want to until you've figured out your best options for the upcoming semester. Are you always going to be able to create the perfect schedule that has exactly the classes you need at exactly the times you prefer? Probably not. To be honest, it can be challenging in your first semesters when you're probably registering later than the seniors and juniors. You might discover that some courses you saved in your ideal schedule weeks ago have filled up by the time you enroll. That's just how it goes sometimes. You make adjustments and try again. As you get closer and closer to graduation, there will be fewer students trying to get into the same specialized courses that you need for your major, so it gets easier, I promise. Don't forget to watch the final Schedule Builder video tutorial, which will show you how to move your chosen course schedule into the MyU shopping cart system so that you can actually get enrolled. Thanks for watching.